YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, bringing you something what I think is pretty exciting tonight. Picked up this Gigabyte P35 gaming laptop to help out with a little problem I was having trying to keep up on my channel. As many of you know, I do a lot of traveling for my day job. I'm a logistics engineer, so I travel a lot to some different distribution center and warehouses that I support and have to work on projects, and that's actually going to be happening next week. And I get frustrated because when I'm on these trips, I definitely have a lot of work to do all day, but then when I hit the hotel at night, I sit around for hours. I don't have my family there, and there's nothing else I can do, and it would be very nice to be able to game and record so that while I'm gone, I don't have to put out this huge effort before I leave to try and get a ton of extra videos made, which is a lot of work and then takes even more time away from my family, and it gets frustrating. So I went out and got me this Gigabyte P35 because I think it's going to do great. Hey Gigabyte, if you're wanting to sponsor me, I'm just saying, here's a good opportunity. Got a great product here from you. Oh man, I wish I had a sponsor. No, it wasn't cheap, but I think it's going to be a good investment for the channel. This kind of stuff though, it is expensive. Keep your ears out and your eyes open. I'm going to put a video up soon. I'm going to try and run a little Patreon campaign, which is where you would actually be able to help support me on YouTube for stuff like this, because I do have a lot of equipment and a lot of software licenses and other stuff that I have to keep up with, and it is pretty expensive, and not something that I have to have you all support me with, but man, it would make it a lot easier and may give you an opportunity if you've wanted to support me. Now if you don't, obviously you don't have to, and nothing's going to change. I'm not going to hold that against anybody. I hope you all watch the videos and don't feel like you have to donate something, but you know, for those of you who want to, the help would be greatly appreciated so I could keep up with stuff like this. But let me, you know, aside with all this boring stuff, let's see what's in the box. Let's get this awesome stuff out. I'm excited. I'm really pumped. This is going to be great to be able to game on the road. Oh, let's hit the specs real quick before we open it. So the screen, it's a, I'll hold it up here a little bit better where you can see it. I don't really have the best equipment for this. I'm using a webcam and my blue microphone back there. But anyway, we've got the P35. This version is the P35X V5. This is a 1080p version. There was a 4K version, but I wasn't really convinced that you're really going to be able to go into like any kind of high settings and get decent frame rates out of a laptop. And so I just went with the 1080p so that I didn't have to worry about it. Plus, I don't plan on rendering 4K videos anytime soon because, man, you gotta have a beast of a computer to run it, and then rendering a 1080p 60 FPS video is crazy as it is. So maybe in the future, but not just yet. It's got a GTX 980M 8GB version, so very excited about that. It won't keep pace with my 970 desktop, but it's going to be a good card for a mobile without having to go into SLI or an even huge or an even bigger laptop. And this one's actually pretty sleek. I'll show it to you. It's an i7 6700 HQ, so it's one of the new Skylake or whatever they're calling these nowadays. I don't know what they're calling it. It's got 16 gigs of DDR4 memory, which is exciting. It's got one M.2 SD or SSD. It's 256 gigs. 1 terabyte standard hard disk drive. It's a Windows 10 machine. Got a DVD drive too that has an option to be removed and replaced in a little cool tray they give you, and you can actually put another hard drive. So let's take it out. Take a look at what we have in the box. This is going to be sweet. So it looks like up top here they're going to give us all of our drivers and owner's manual and everything. So we'll take a look and I'll show you what we got in there. So indeed, that's what this is. So here's the tray I mentioned. This right here will allow us to swap in another hard drive instead of the DVD drive, if that's what we choose to want. It may not be handy, or may not be a bad thing to have. I have a 2 terabyte drive in my desktop, along with an SSD as well. I never use even half of the 2 terabyte drive, so I'm guessing the 1 terabyte drive in here will be plenty for now, unless I get multiple instances of Star Citizen on my computer or something. Yeah, here's the drivers, owner's manual, got all that stuff in there, so nice to have that in case you need it, though I'm sure drivers can be done over the internet anymore. And then down here we're going to have, I took some of the packaging off this stuff earlier to make this a little bit easier. This is the power strip and plug. So here's our you know, just the plug that runs from the strip to the computer, and then here's our power brick. So that's what it's going to come with. It is pretty wide, but relatively narrow, as you can see from a profile standpoint. So I felt like that for being a gaming computer, I've seen some big, beastly bricks that come with these things, and feel like this is a pretty decent compromise here, and obviously being able to get enough power, but then be able to game on the go still. So yeah, it's looking pretty nice here. So we got that. Let's get this out of the way and take a look at what's next, which is the best part, obviously, the laptop itself. So we got it packed in some foam here. Get that Gigabyte in there, like I said, just in case maybe they want to jump in with some sponsorship here. I'm just saying. Might be a good deal for both of us. So in any case, yeah, we'll pull this foam off and take a look at what we got inside. So let's slide this out. So very nice form factor. You can see pretty sleek there. I believe the measurement was right around 0.8 inches in the thickness. You can see the sides there, and then from the front, this is what we got. It is a 15.6 inch display, like I said, so that's relatively the size there. This one's just kind of a nice black finish to it, nice and plain. No fancy bells or whistles, LEDs, or any other crazy stuff like that on the outside. As much as I like to have a pimp my ride kind of laptop, this will do nicely, I think, for what I need. Just open it up and kind of give you all a shot inside. So there's the display, obviously, and I'll get up closer where you all can see this here. There's your keyboard and the touchpad. Yeah, it's got some speakers up on the top end near the power button there. If you all can see that. Again, don't really have the best equipment for this, but that'll have to do. And then just down the sides, just to kind of show you the ports that it has, on this side, you've got yourself a couple of USB ports, I believe an SD card reader, a 3.5 audio and mic jack, and then an Ethernet port. And then down the other side, you got some good stuff over here. You can see there's a VGA port, which probably won't use that, and you got your power over to the other side of it, HDMI, a USB 3.1 Type-C, which is a very new connection. Kind of neat that they throw that on there. Another USB 3, and then I believe a display port. So plenty of options in terms of being able to plug the stuff you need in. So that's definitely nice. Hope y'all enjoyed the quick look. I'm going to go get this baby booted up and get all my games loaded up on it so that we can get started. And I will bring you some footage from on the laptop, and we'll just kind of go benchmark some of the Total War games and show you how those run on here. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Come back soon and I'll show you the video benchmarks on how it does with some of our favorite Total War games. Hope y'all are ready for some exciting footage, and I'm excited to keep up with you all while I'm on the road. I'll probably try and set up some online battles and chance for you all to play with me, just so that I can use that, what would otherwise be downtime, to hopefully be productive and be more interactive with you. So I will see you all soon. Very excited to get started with this. It's been a long time. I've been hoping to get my hands on something like this. So HeirofCarthage signing off for now, and I will see you all soon.